Hey guys, it's Kayla Haley with Girl Fight Talk. I just wanted to quickly go over DC versus Derrick Lewis. Give you guys just some of my thoughts and a little bit of an analysis on how I think this fight is going to go. So far, I don't believe that Derrick Lewis has ever gone through a 5-round fight. However, if you guys want to follow me here for just a second, let me go to Derrick Lewis's account. Got 1.4. That's crazy. He's gotten like 1 million followers in like the last week, 2 weeks. Um, he has really started to slim down. So you look at pictures from here, and then you look at even like this picture, you can tell it. This picture, you can really see him slimming down. And this is obviously an older picture. And so it's really interesting seeing him slim down. And I know he jokes and he says that he only used to train 30 minutes a day, and now he trains 3 hours a day, which you kind of have to believe him because of his physical form. And so, what does that mean? Does that mean that his cardio, I think you guys might have seen UFC Countdown, which just came out last night. Today's Monday, so that came out late last night on Sunday night. Yeah, he is slim. And it showed in the video that he's been working a lot on his conditioning and cardio, which just goes to show that he knows that this fight can, one, he's taking the fight very seriously, and two, he knows that Daniel's game plan against him is probably going to be to wear him out and finish him in the later rounds. And so mad respect to Derrick Lewis for taking this fight seriously and really putting in the effort. And you physically see it in his form. He's probably lost like 40 something, maybe even 50 pounds just by the way he looks. And so that's definitely a huge bonus to Derrick. I don't know what the odds are. I know he's a huge underdog, but we also know that Derrick hits really, really hard. And even in his last fight with Ozdemir, I think that's his last name, he basically knocked him out in like the last minute of the last round, in the third round, which means just goes to show that Derrick's power doesn't go away, even though he's really tired. But obviously we know that Daniel Cormier is the consummate professional. He is, the grind king. He can go on and on and on and on. His stature might kind of make you think otherwise, but Daniel has a huge gas tank. Now he is significantly smaller than Derrick Lewis, but he hits like a truck. We saw that in his last fight with Stipe Miocic. So we also know that Daniel's hand is hurt. Now, you know what? The thing that's hard is that because this is such a mismatch in terms of skill set, in terms of just class, like Daniel Cormier is just a completely superior athlete, or at least mixed martial art athlete with multiple time, All-American wrestler and all of his achievements in wrestling. I feel like they're trying to make it seem like his hand injury might be worse than it really is. Who knows? We really don't know. But you can't really know because they're trying to sell the fight. And so it's like, as we know clearly with even just like what happened with UFC 229 with Conor McGregor and Khabib, we don't really know what the UFC is trying. We know that the UFC, above all else, more than telling the truth, they care about selling the fight. And so we just have to take that with a grain of salt when we know that they've been really highlighting the fact that Daniel's hand is hurt, which I have no doubt is true. So we'll see how that factors into the fight. The other thing that's a positive for Derrick is that they both just fought, but he just fought and pretty much came out of the fight unscathed. I think they're both very active. We know that Daniel Cormier, again, he says he's going to retire early next year. Who will win the fight? Logic says Daniel Cormier would win this fight, but Derrick, this just kind of seems like one of those weird, like, freak moments in time when it's just your time. And right now, it kind of feels like it might be Derrick's time. Those intangible things that there's no reason as to why, other than Derrick is working, it seems, working harder for this than ever before. This is his probably one and only title shot that he'll ever get in his career. And he's taking this really seriously. And we know he hits really, 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 really hard. And he's a lot bigger than Daniel Cormier. Now, again, we know that that doesn't necessarily mean anything. Again, as we saw with Stipe Miocic, but it will be very interesting to see how this all unravels. So I'll be live tweeting on Saturday, at Girl Fight Talk on Twitter. But you know what? I'm going to go with Derrick for this fight. I just have this feeling that Derrick could potentially mess up all the UFC's plans. This is a really risky fight for Daniel Cormier. And he said that in the Countdown series. So I think he's going to go in with a very, very conservative game plan, win the rounds. And I honestly don't think that Daniel Cormier is going to try to risk too much by trying to finish the fight. If Daniel wins this fight, my prediction is that he'll win it by decision, by tiring him out every round, taking him down, beating him up, outstriking him, not necessarily with power, but volume, because he's going to have the lungs to do it. So if Daniel does win, it'll be by decision. If Derrick wins, it'll be by knockout. It could be early rounds, it could be late rounds. But like I said, I think that this is something's in the water in Houston. And I think Derrick's been drinking it and it's been working for him. So, again, logically, Daniel Cormier. But I have a feeling Derrick might have something up his sleeve. So those are my thoughts, guys. Tell me what your thoughts are. Who do you think is going to win? Tell me down below in the comments. Like this, click the little button to subscribe, and I'll be coming up with more videos. All right, peace.